Kirk interviewed the father of a Columbine victim a while back, and he said he thought that the increase in school shootings was because abortion had cheapened the value of life. She took that as an opportunity to warn viewers that some may find his views repugnant. Never mind that more than half the country probably agrees with him, or the fact that it isn't her job to hand out warnings. Newsweek's Lisa Miller, a repeat offender, helms a column every week called Belief Watch, which sounds ominous enough, as if she's on the top of a building every week with a rifle and a scope, watching belief. She's used her column to, among other things, characterize students at a Christian college as fanatical, fundamentalist, cultural crusaders. She's criticized Pope Benedict for being ugly. Not in character, ugly. Just, he's an ugly guy. She's claimed the Bible actually supports gay marriage if you read it right. And she pens an annual hottest rabbis list. This is Newsweek's resident religion scholar. Martin Bashir, famous for interviewing Michael Jackson, described a Catholic community in Collier County, Florida, Ave Maria, as heard it, as a Catholic Jonestown and a Catholic Iran. You remember Jonestown? 900 people committed suicide. And Jim Jones, cult leader. A Catholic town is like Jonestown. Joy Behar suggested on The View one morning that parents who teach their kids the creation story should be charged with child abuse. That's just a couple. There's more. It's not just invective, and it's not just the opinion makers. It's also a subtle and sometimes not so subtle mocking of Christianity. The kind of condescension toward Christian America that Hollywood perfected ages ago. And it's on your nightly news broadcast. ABC News' Dan Harris in 2006 filed a report for World News Tonight about the increasing popularity of Christian businesses. And as is customary in the local press, he made use of some cutesy, condescending wordplay to bring home just how funny all this faith business really is. Quote, "At Irene Trammell's Christian Fitness Club in California, you can work your thighs while you proselytize. And Mark Gaddow's Christian Faith Driving School in Maryland, quote, gives new meaning to the old bumper sticker, Jesus is my co-pilot." That's what passes for news when it comes to Christianity. And when it comes to politics, forget it. The gloves are off. During the 2008 campaign, the liberal media wanted us to believe that Mike Huckabee was some conspiracist who was putting subliminal messages into his political ads. Ads wishing Americans a Merry Christmas. The liberal media dispatched dozens of reporters, and more in doubt, to Alaska to investigate Sarah Palin's creepy Pentecostalism. They had her speaking in tongues, cavorting with witch doctors, praying away homosexuality, banning library books, and hiding condoms. Meanwhile, Anderson Cooper told us that Barack Obama's black liberation theology under Reverend Wright had nothing to do with actual issues the country is facing. The New York Times told us Obama's faith was none of our business. Any appearance of objectivity was gone the second Obama announced his run. So why the attack on Christian America? Why attack the values of 80% of the country? It's a bad business model. And anyone who's seen the books at MSNBC and Newsweek already know that. But I think there are two things going on here. One, unsurprisingly, this is political. The liberal media thinks that if it can successfully characterize Christian America as dangerous and crazy, it can successfully characterize conservative America as dangerous and crazy. And conflating the two is something that makes their job a lot easier in the end. And they're very good at it. They've been very successful. 2, liberalism, by definition, is very uncomfortable with fixed value systems. Liberalism is a total life philosophy that lives predominantly in the land of moral relativism. Meat is murder, but abortion is just fine. Capitalism is the boogeyman, but don't take away our private jets. Christianity is scary, except when it will help get our guy elected. So a fixed value system like Christianity, with its do's and don'ts, is pretty threatening to liberalism. They don't want to be judged, so instead of trying to live up to any moral code, they insist that the moral code is itself the problem. Regardless of their motives here, our democracy, religious freedom, a fair press, Christian values, civility are all in jeopardy. If this issue is important to me, and it is deeply, I have to think it'll be important to you, an audience of Christians. What matters is that we're all Americans, and we should all want to protect this singularly spectacular democracy. And I'm hopeful that my defense of Christianity against a hostile media is more impactful because I'm a non-believer and not in spite of it. It wasn't that long ago that the New York Times was urging the country to pray for the astronauts of the Apollo 13 mission on its front page. Or that KNBC was signing off its broadcast night after Johnny Carson, and then the Tomorrow Show with the sermonette, Let Us Pray, and the Navy prayer. But a lot's changed since then, and the situation is dire. When Newsweek devotes its Easter issue to a cover story announcing the decline and fall of Christian America, its Easter issue. And only a small but vocal minority objects. Christian America has become complacent. And yesterday it's prayer in school, and today it's the National Day of Prayer, and tomorrow it's In God We Trust, and the next day it's Christmas. It's a snowball. It would be one thing if this attack on American faith was just part of a liberal political agenda, and it is. But when it's coming from the media, I think it's pretty clear that Christian values are in jeopardy, as is freedom of speech and freedom of religion. And because they're attacking the values of 80% of the country, they really aren't mainstream anymore. That's my sales pitch. And I leave that with you in hopes that you take this to heart and realize it's not going to be me or any other pundit or any religion scholar that holds the media accountable. It's going to be Christian America. And whatever it takes to find your voice on this issue and get angry, not unchristian, but angry, I think is going to be the only fix for what I fear is a growing and very dangerous problem. So thank you for your time, and I'll take questions if you have.
Ladies and